everyone, welcome to ACE Online. So in today's video again we are going to practice the practice set number 03 based on the LIC AAO. And please don't forget to share the link of the session in your respective groups so that more students can join the session and will do practice via these videos, right? Okay, without wasting any more time, let's start with the very first question and let's see what is the first question we are having and how we are going to deal with that. So, the first question says that the ratio of milk to water is 7:5. If 15 liters of water is added, the ratio becomes 4:5. Then, find the amount of water in the mixture. You completely understood the question, right? Now, based on this particular data, just simply try to identify the amount of water in the mixture. So basically for this particular question, you are having 30 seconds time, or we can say that 30 to 40 seconds time just to determine the correct answer. It's a very easy question. All you need to do is you just need to apply the basic concept and you will definitely get your answer. You also have to take care of the ratio, like the sequence of the ratio, whenever you are having a question from the concept of ratio and proportion. Okay, let's see how we are going to deal with this particular question. So the question says that in the very first line, the ratio of the mixture is given and the ratio of milk to water is nothing but 7:5. This is what? This is the ratio of the mixture on the very initial level, right? Now what I did, I mixed 15 liters of what? 15 liters of water, not the milk, right? Right now I am having a mixture, right? I am having a mixture. Now in this particular mixture, I am only adding 15 liters of what? Of water, not the milk, right? But because of doing this thing, my new ratio will become 4:5. 4:5. Now just try to understand what we are doing over here. We are just simply adding water. So the quantity of water will increase or there's some change, that is completely understandable, right? But we didn't mix the milk. So why the quantity of milk is changing in our ratio? So whenever you are having these type of problems, just simply try to make the quantity of milk or the unchanged quantity equal. So my very first step is I am doing the quantity of milk is same. What I have to do? I have to make the quantity same. So if I want to make the quantity of milk same in both the ratios, what I need to do? I need to multiply this particular ratio via 4 and this particular ratio via 7. And why I am doing this? Because when I multiply these terms, the quantity of milk in both the ratios or in both the initial and the final product will become equal. So because of this, my new ratios will become 28:20, and here it will become 28:35, right? Okay. So we know that this is what? This is the milk and this is what? This is the water. Now, we know that initially we are having this mixture and we added 15 liters of water only, so that my new ratio will become this one. The quantity of milk in both the mixture will remain same. Yes. Now, we can see that here there is a difference of 15. Here in the water, or we can say if we talk about the quantity of water, here we will get a difference of 15. Why we are getting a difference of 15? Because we added 15 liters of water to the mixture. So the value of this particular 15 according to the question is 15 only. So we can say that this is present on the multiple of 1. This is present on the multiple of 1. Okay. Now what we need to do? We need to find out the new amount of water in the mixture. So basically we know that this is our mixture. This is our complete mixture. And in this particular mixture, we just simply write the ratio of milk ratio water, and that is nothing but 28:35, and it is present on the multiple of 1 only. So we can say that the quantity of water in the mixture is nothing but 35 liters. That means our option number A is the correct one. That means our option number A is the correct one. Why we are not multiplying it by any of the number? Because it is present on the multiple of 1 only. So there is no point to multiply the number by 1, because we know that we are getting the same answer. Is it clear? So whenever you are having these type of question, just simply make the unchanged quantity equal so that you can easily identify the answer. Clear? Okay. Now let's move towards the next question and let's see what next question says. So the next question says that speed of boat in still water is 6 times of speed of stream. If boat covers 105 kilometers in upstream in 7 hours, then find the speed of water in still water. Now what we need to do? We need to find out the speed of water in the still water. So again, you are having 30 seconds time to solve this particular question. All you need to do is you need to apply the concept of upstream. Here the distance is given, the ratio in between the speed is given. Here the time is also given. All you need to find out the value with the help of the ratio. I'm waiting for your answers. Okay, let's start solving it. So here the ratio of boat, the speed of boat, so I'm writing SB, and it is given that it is 6 times of the speed of stream. This is speed of stream and this is speed of boat. Okay. Now if I want to write down the ratio instead of writing the terms like this, so I can say that the ratio in between the speed of boat to the speed of stream is nothing but 6:1. I can write it like this. Yes, we can do that. Now it is also given that the distance that this boat needs to cover is 105 kilometers. The distance which is given over here is what? 105 kilometers. And the time required to cover this particular distance is 7 hours. Or we can say that in 7 hours, this boat covers this particular distance, right? Now we know that whenever we talk about the upstream, in upstream, we just simply subtract these speeds. Why? Because the boat is moving in the opposite direction of stream, right? But while we are talking about the downstream, we just simply add the speed of both boat and stream. Now we know that if I have to find out this combined speed with respect to this ratio, it should be on the multiple of 5. It should be on the multiple of 5. Why I am writing this? Because I know that in upstream I have to subtract the speeds, while in the downstream I have to add the streams. So meanwhile, if I have to write down the combined speed for downstream, it should be equal to 7. But here the question says that we have to deal with the upstream only, so we are going to take this particular speed. But this value is present in the format of ratio, not the value. This is not the value, this is a ratio. Okay, so first we just simply try to find out the value, the value of speed with respect to this particular value. So we can know that speed is nothing but distance upon time, right? So we can say that we require this much speed to cover 105 kilometer in 10 hours is nothing but we require 15. We need a speed of 15, and here we are having kilometer per hour. We are having kilometer per hour. Okay, so basically if I need to cover this 105 kilometers in 7 hours, so my speed should be equal to 15 kilometers per hour. But here we are having a speed on the multiple of 5, right? We are having a speed on the multiple of 5. That means now I have to check this 5 is on, here we are having this particular value. So we can say that it is present on the multiple of 3. It is present on the multiple of 3 because this is nothing but this is basically the speed of boat and stream, the combined speed of boat and stream in the downstream, right? So basically we can say that this is the speed in downstream. Speed in upstream, not in downstream. In upstream, right? And according to our ratio, it should be 5. So it is present on the multiple of 3. So if it is present on the multiple of 3, so we can easily identify the individual value also. So the speed of boat in the still water is nothing but 18 kilometers per hour. And the speed of stream is nothing but 3 kilometers per hour. So basically we only have to find out the speed of boat in the still water. So the correct answer over here is option number D. So the correct answer over here is option number D. All you need to take care of in what stream we have to find out. We have to find out in upstream, then we have to subtract it. If we have to find out in the downstream, then we have to add the values. Is it clear? Okay. Next, let's solve some more problems. So the next question says that a shopkeeper has some blue and black pens. The ratio of blue and black pens is 4:3. After he sold 5 blue pens, the ratio becomes 7:6. How many pens does he have now? That means we need to find out the current situation or the amount of pen that he is having after selling these 5 blue pens, right? So this is a almost similar type of problem, but here we need to find out some different thing. But you can just simply apply the same concept that we studied in the very first question, right? So just simply try to identify the correct answer of this particular question. Again, you are having 30 to 40 seconds time to solve this particular question. Here the options are 58, 65, 70 and 72. Okay, let's see how we are going to deal with this. So, shopkeeper is having 2 types of pen. The first color is blue and the second color is black, right? Okay. So here we are having the ratio is nothing but 4:3. The ratio is nothing but 4:3. Now the question says that he sold 5 blue pen. Okay. So basically this is the ratio. This is the ratio. And out of this he sold 5 pen. Here we are writing the value, but please take care of this thing that we are not going to deal directly with the ratio and the values. First, we need to convert these ratios in the values. After that only we can proceed the normal calculation, right? But after doing this, the ratio of blue pen to black pen will become 7:6. Is it clear? This is a new ratio. This is the old ratio. and this is the new ratio, right? Okay. So we can completely understand if the value of the ratios in the blue pen category will change because we are selling 5 pens, right? But we are not able to understand the difference in between the ratios of black pen in the old and in the new ratio. So we know that there's no change in the black pen, so we need to make these values equal. So if I want to make these values equal, what I do, I just simply multiply this particular ratio by 2 so that this value will become same. So the new old ratio will become equal to 6, and here we will get 8, right? Here we will get 8, right? Okay. Now we know that we are having a difference of 1 over here. This is the new ratio and this is a previous ratio, right? We know that here there's a difference of 1, and why we are getting this difference? Because we sold, or the shopkeeper sold 5 pens. That means the value of this particular one is nothing but 5 as per our question. That means it is present on the multiple of 5. It is present on the multiple of 5, right? Okay. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out how many pens does he have now. That means we need to find out the total over here. So 7 plus 6, that means currently he is having pen on the multiple of 13. Initially, he is having the pens on the multiple of 14. But we only need to find out this particular value. And we know that this value is again present on the multiple of 5. So we just simply multiply it by 5 and we will get our answer as 65. We will get our answer as 65. That means your option number B is the correct one. Let's suppose if I need to find out the previous quantity as well. So I just simply multiply it by 5 and I'll get my answer as 70. This is the old value, or you can say the quantity. And this one is the new quantity or the new value. Right? So it is quite simple whenever we are having this type of problem, but you need to take care of this thing that we are not going to deal the ratios to the values directly or the percentage to the values directly. First we need to convert it in the values. After that only we can deal it with it, right? Or you can also do one thing. If you want to deal with the ratio and this thing, then you need to convert the number of blue pens first. It like that 4x minus 5, right? And you can also write it as initially you are having 3x black pen. Now after doing such thing, it will become 7 by 6. Again you are writing x and x over here, but you know that this x and this x or the some other variable. Do not write x over here, just simply write y. But we know that these both variables are again eliminated, and you can also do the cross multiplication over here just to find out the value of x, right? But if you don't want to introduce the variable, then you can easily solve it by this manner. And I just personally suggest this. Just simply try to avoid introduce a variable when you are solving these type of arithmetic problems. Is it clear? Okay. Next. So the next question says that 2 men, X and Y, walk around a circular park 1200 meters in circumference. Okay. X walks at the rate of 150 meter per minute and Y at 80 meter per minute. If both of them start at the same time from the same point and walk in the same direction, when will they be together again for the first time? What we need to do, we need to find out the time period when they will meet for the very first time while they are moving around this circular park, right? So again, you are having like 40 seconds to solve this particular question and just simply find out the answer. Here we are having the same unit, so there's no point to convert it, or there's like, don't waste your time to convert the values. You can directly use it, because here we are having distance in meters, the speed in meter per minute, and here also we are having like the time in the hours and in the minutes only. Okay, let's start solving it. So the question says that here we are having a total distance of, here we are having a total distance of what? Total distance of 1200 meters. 1200 meters, right? Now we know that we are having two men. The speed of X is nothing but 150 meters per minute, and the speed of Y is nothing but 90 meters, 80 meters per minute, right? These are what? These are the speeds. So with the help of this, can we able to find out the time which they are required to cover a circle, right? A complete round. So first we will find out that particular values. So the time required by X, the time required by X to cover the path or to take a one round. So the distance is nothing but 1200 and divided by the speed, right? Because we know that we are having a formula, distance equals to speed into time, and we are just modifying this particular formula to determine the values. We know that this 0 and this 0 is eliminated, and here we are getting our answer is 8. But 8 in what? Here we are having time period in the minutes. So we can say that in 8 minutes, X will cover a whole round of the circular path. Okay. Similarly, we will find the time period for Y also. So again, he has to cover the same distance of 1200 meters, but the speed is nothing but 80 meters per minute. The speed is 80 meters per minute. Now, again, this 0 and this 0 is eliminated. We know that here we are getting the time period of 15 minutes. We are getting a time period of 15 minutes. That means we can say that a person X will cover the whole circular park, a round of circular park of 1200 meters in 8 meters with the speed of 150 meters per minute, while person Y will covers a distance of 1200 meters in 15 minutes with a speed of 80 meters per minute. But with the help of this, we need to calculate at what time again they will meet together. So whenever we are having these type of problems, you have to take the LCM now. What you have to do? You have to take the LCM of these values. So I have to take the LCM of both of these so that I can just easily able to determine at what time they are going to be meet each other. So I know that for 8, I can write it as 2 into 2 into 2. And for 15, I can write it as 3 into 5. That means there is nothing common. They both are co-prime numbers. So we know that whenever we are having co-prime numbers, so the LCM of the co-prime numbers are always the product of that particular numbers. So the LCM is nothing but 120 and the unit is minutes. And I know that in 1 hour, I am having 60 minutes. That means I am having 120 minutes in what? In 2 hours. So the correct answer over here is what? Option number A, 2 hours. The option number A is the correct one. Option number A is the correct one, right? After finding out the time, we just simply find out the LCM of these particular values, and we know that here the values are co-prime numbers. So whenever we are having co-prime numbers and we have to find out the LCM, it always be equal to the product of the numbers, and here the product of these two numbers is nothing but 120. So this is our LCM, and we just converted this 120 minutes into the hours because of the options only, and we will get our answer as option number A. Is it clear? Okay. Next, let's see what is the next question. So here we are having a DI, right? Again, DI is a very important segment. So the DI says that just simply try to understand this particular line graph, and the question says that study the following graph carefully and answer the questions given below. Number of students appearing for aptitude test from various towns, numbers in the thousands. So here we are having some points, and all these numbers are mentioned in the thousands, like they are representing the numbers in the thousand. So I'm just writing the number over here so that you are not going to confuse in any of the values. Here we are having 40, but in the examination ultimately you need to find out, right? So here this values lies in between 35 to 30. So we can consider it as 32.5. We can consider it as 32.5. Now this value for town C, the values lies in between 15 to 20. So we can say that this is nothing but this is 17.5. This is 17.5. Now for the town D, the values lies in between 40 to 45. So we can take a value 42.5, right? Okay. Now this values lies on 35. So we are just going to take it as 35. So these are the values that you are having. Now on the base of this particular graph, we are having few problems and we have to solve all of them, right? Okay. So let's start one by one and let's see what type of questions we are having and how we are going to deal with that. So the very first question that we are having is, what is the average number of students appearing for aptitude test from all the towns together? So here you are also having your graph again. You know all the values. All you need to do is you need to find out the average. All you need to do is what? You need to find out the average. And please do remember that all these values are present in the thousands, or these values are representing in the thousands, right? The number of students are present in the thousands. Okay, again I am writing all the values over here. So this is nothing but this is 40, this is 32.5, this is 17.5. Here we are having 42.5 and here we are having 35. Now we know that whenever I need to find out the average, so the average is nothing but average is sum of all the observation divided by the number of observation. So first I am just going to write down the sum of all the observations. So here it is representing 40 plus here we are having 32.5 plus here you are having 17.5 plus here you are having 42.5 plus 35, and I am just directly multiplying all the value by 1000 because I know that all these values are present on the multiple of 1000. Or you can also do one thing, instead of writing this you can also write it like 40,000 plus 32,500 plus 17,500, 42,500 plus 35,000. You can also write it in this manner, it's completely your choice, right? Okay. Now divided by the number of observation that we are having. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just simply divide it by 5. Now when I do all the calculation over here what we are getting? So 5, 5 and 5. So it will become 0.5 and the 1 is carry forward. So here we are left with 5. The 1 is carry forward. So here we are having 1 and 2, that is 3. 3 plus 7, that will become 10. 10 and 2 plus 5, that is 7. That means 17. So here we are having 7. 17, that means 1 is carry forward. So here we are having 4, 4 and 4. That is 12. 12 and 3, 15. And here we are having 16. That means 167.5 into 1000 divided by 5. And when we solve this value, when we will solve this particular value, I know that it will become 33,500. It will become, the average is nothing but 33,500. That means option number A is the correct one. Option number A is the correct one. All you need to do is you just need to do the basic calculation. As you know that when you just remove this particular value, the 0 will come over here and the 0 will eliminate it from this one. And in the ending, all you need to do is just the basic multiplication, right? The basic multiplication. Next question based on the same data. So the next question says that the number of students appearing for aptitude test for town D is approximately what percent of the number of students appearing for the aptitude test from town C? Okay, so here we need to find out the approximate percentage in between these two, town C and town D. So whenever we are having the specific things, we only need to focus on the specific values only. We need to find out this town D with respect to town C into 100. All you need to do is you need to find out this particular value. So in town D, we are having like 42,500 and in town C, we are having 17,500, right? So all you need to do is you just simply need to calculate the values over here. So here we can say that the percentage, the approximate percentage is nothing but town D is nothing but 42,500 divided by the town C, that is nothing but 17,500 into 100. Why we are multiplying it by 100? Because we are converting the fraction into the percentage. So both of these zeros are eliminated here. We can also eliminate it with the help of 5, or we can easily eliminate it with the help of 25 also. So after eliminating it, we are getting it like approximately 175 into 2, that will become like 300 and it is more than that. So here we are having some 4 to 242% something like. So according to this is the approximate value. I'm not getting the correct answer because here we need to find out the approximation. So we can say that the correct answer over here is option number A. According to the approximation, we can easily say that the approximate value over here is nothing but this one. Because we know that here, if I multiply 175 by 2, so here we are getting 0 and the 1 is carry on. So 2 into 7, that is 14. So here we will get 15, 5, 1 is carry on, 350, right? And here we are having the value much more than that, but not on the more multiple. So we can easily eliminate this value, this value, this value and this value. The only possible answer that we are having is option number A, because this is almost more than that. So it is around the multiple of 200 something, right? And but more than 200, not less than 200. So the only option that I am having is option number A only, right? Next. What is the respective ratio of the number of students appearing for the aptitude test for town C and D together to the number of students appearing for the aptitude test from town A D and E together. So here all we need to do is we need to find out the ratio. So first we need to find out the combined ratio for town C and D together, the value of town and C and D together, and after that A, D and E together. So let's start writing it. So for town C we are having like 17.5. For town C we are having 17.5 plus town D we are having 42.5. Right? Now town A we are having 40. Town D we are having 42.5. And for town E we are having 35. We just simply need to add these values so that we can find out the ratio over here. So it will become 0 point, the 1 is carry forward, again 0, and the 1 is again carry forward. So here we are having 60. Here we are having 60, right? Yes, we are having 60 over here. So for this one, what we are having like 40 and 42, 5.5. So 5 and 2, that is 7. 7, 3, 8, 8 and 3, that is 11. Okay. So basically, we are having our ratio as 60 ratio, or we can write it as 600 ratio 1175. This is the ratio that we are having. Okay. So after eliminating it, we can just simply write it as 120 divided, and the ratio here we are getting 235, right? Now if we again eliminate it with the help of 5, we can say that here it will become 24 and here I am getting 47. Do we have that in our option? No, but we are getting only this ratio. So we will go with option number E. We will go with our option number E, none of these. We are just start eliminating it with the help of 5. We are just start eliminating it with the help of 5. All we need to do is we just simply need to add the values and figure out the ratio in between the categories, right? Next. So the next question says that what is the respective ratio of the number of students appearing for the aptitude test from town B to town A? Again, what we need to do, we need to find out the respective ratio in between these two towns. So all you need to do is just simply write down the values and find out the ratio. You only have to focus on these two towns. So we need to write down the ratio in between B to A. So here the value in B is nothing but equal to 32,500, or I can write it as like I can also write it as 32.5, and here for the A we are getting the value as 40, right? Okay. So just to eliminate this particular point, I just writing one more 0 over here. So I know that this value is bigger than this one, right? So again we are having all the ratios in the format of that only. Now we know that if we start eliminating it with the help of 25, so we can easily eliminate it, and here we will get our answer as, okay, so here we are getting our answer as 13 and here it is 16. So after eliminating it with the help of 25, because I know that both of the numbers are directly multiple of 25, so I just start eliminating it with 25. We know that 25 into 4 is 100, right? 25 into 8, that is 200. So basically this is nothing but this is the double of this one. So we can directly write 16 over here. And we know that 25 into 12, that is nothing but 300. So 25 into 13 is nothing but 325. So we just simply write it like this one, and here the correct option over here is option number B. Again, the correct option over here is option number B. So whenever we are having these type of problems, all we need to do is we need to do the basic calculation. And we can say this is a very interesting part of the DI. All we need to do is, if we know how to retrieve the value, if we know how to retrieve the values, then we can easily solve the rest part of the question, because in the rest part of the question, all we need to do is we need to find out the ratio, we need to find out the percentage, or apart from that, maybe there's some average based question, or maybe some easy mathematical type of problems, right? So all you need to do is you need to work on yourself, how to retrieve the values from the given graph or the given chart that we are having in the DI. If we are having caselet DI, then you have to figure out what the passage is trying to say us and how we are going to retrieve all the values from the given data that we are having or the given passage that we are having, right? So with this question only, let's end this video here only, and we'll meet in the next series video. Until then, keep practicing, and don't forget to share the link of all these videos and the playlist as well to your friends, so that more students can join us and do more and more practice. Till then, thank you.